So hello, uh, welcome back. I'm still up at my lake house and feeling very blessed and grateful for an opportunity to be outside. It's been chilly. I'm wearing sweaters now. I guess fall's on the way, especially up in the Poconos. Um, and clearly I should not announce what day it is because I get it wrong more than I get it right now that we're halfway. But I believe this is day 14. But whatever day it is, it's just a new one. And today's meditation is going to be inspired, or is inspired, by where I am up at the lake. So you can see the lake behind me and some boats. So finding a comfortable way to sit that allows you to have a solid base. And it doesn't mean that you have to be sitting up without any support. You certainly can lean back in a chair. That's not a problem. So I'm going to sort of lean back this morning because my neck's bothering me a little bit. So I'm going to do that. Allowing yourself to get all the wiggles out and adjusting. And then coming to stillness. And we do that because if we're moving around, that distracts the brain. So we really want to come to stillness as much as possible and allowing ourselves to feel the surface that we're being supported by. Maybe even feeling the groundedness to the earth that's underneath the house or underneath the porch, or maybe you're sitting outside and that's lovely. So feeling the groundedness to Mother Earth. Being aware of the breath as it enters the body, through the nostrils. Filling the chest. Pausing a second if that's comfortable for you. And then allowing yourself to exhale. Breathing in through the nose deeply, pausing, being aware of that space between the end of the inhale and the beginning of the exhale, and then allowing yourself to exhale through the lips, slowly, as slow as you can. And then allowing the breath to return to its own natural rhythm. And I'm just feeling gratitude that I want to share with you that I enjoy making these little videos. It centers me, makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that perhaps some people are watching it and it's bringing them some comfort. So I'm really feeling gratitude, and then that makes my heart get all big, and that's lovely. So I just wanted to share that emotion that came floating in through, and that you're responsible for that by viewing this and leaving any kind of comments that you might have. And then returning the focus again to the breath. And then picturing before you the most beautiful lake or the most beautiful body of water that you can imagine. Whether it's the Atlantic Ocean on the East Coast or it's the Atlantic Ocean from the west coast of Great Britain. Maybe you're out in California. My goodness, that would be lovely. And you're picturing the Pacific and the sharp edges and cliffs. Maybe you're picturing the body of water around an island that you visited. Or it could just be an imaginary body of water. Just bringing that into the mind's eye and allowing yourself to hear the sounds of the water lapping up against the coast, or the waves rolling in and landing on the sand. And allowing yourself to smell any smells that are prevalent around this lake or this ocean, this body of water. And noticing it's a calm day, so the body of water is as calm as it could be. It's still coming to the shore. There's that motion. There's that forever coming in and going out, and the water coming in and going out, very similar to our breath. The body of water needs motion so it doesn't become stagnant, and that's what the breath does for us. So this body of water is nice and still, and maybe there's a sailboat that's out there, or maybe there's a paddleboard. See some people paddleboarding and they've got a dog on it. And noticing in the body, just as you're seeing this scene of this ocean, if there's any rhythm that is following with it. And then here comes a storm. Here comes something that's going to stir things up. And as it comes closer and the winds begin to blow, you know, maybe you wrap a blanket around yourself or a towel, but you decide to stay. And you're watching the ocean or the lake, just the body of water, just getting rougher and rougher on top, and it's making white caps and tossing that little sailboat around. It's becoming louder and louder, and you're hearing the crashing. But again, this is from a distance. We're not in that water. This is just from a distance. And then if you drop the mind's eye down deep below the surface of the water, you notice it's still. So we're dropping down, and as you're looking up, you're seeing all this turmoil, and this wind is causing the waves and the crashes and all of that. But you've allowed yourself to sink down. With the next breath, bringing in, and then with the next exhale, we're sinking down just a little bit farther. Another breath in, and then allowing yourself to sink just even a little bit farther. And we're starting at 5. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. 4, going deeper. Breathing in, breathing out. A little bit deeper to 3. You're starting to see the bottom now. Breathing in, breathing out. That's 2. Breathing in, breathing out. And that's 1. And you find yourself just landing on this cushy sand or cushy grasses that are underneath the water, and just landing there. And maybe you land on a big rock that's just going to support you. And all the while, when you look up, you see all the turbulence is going, and it's still shushing around, but you've allowed yourself to sink way down where the water is calm. Noticing the rhythm of your breath is slowing down. Noticing the gravity that's just pulling you down into your cushion just a little bit more as you're letting go and letting go. And you're noticing the space between you and whatever that turbulence is up above on the water. So you can observe it, but you're not being tossed around by it. Breathing in, knowing you're breathing in, breathing out, knowing you're breathing out. And somewhere deep inside is that knowledge that I can handle this. I have the strength, I have the will, I have the faith to weather the storms, and I also have the ability to drop down beneath and feel safe and sound in this secure place. And I have this ability to drop down into this place at any moment that the winds are picking up, the waves are crashing around in my life, just by counting backwards on the exhale, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I can be down here and just be relaxed and be the observer. Now those waves inside of us could be thoughts, they could be emotions, they could be body sensations. Maybe it's discomfort, maybe it's throbbing, maybe it's stabbing, maybe it's a numbness. And just having the ability to drop down, way down into that well that we have inside of us. That place of strength. Perhaps it's where our best selves resides. That place of wisdom. And as the water starts to get calm up above, as we're looking up, we choose to push off and come back up and pop into the surface. And we climb up on the shore or on a rock. And we notice how that feels to have weathered the turbulence and given ourselves that space to drop down just a little bit, below the surface, not engaging with the waves and the crashing, but just coming back down and allowing those thoughts or those emotions or those sensations to float on through. We notice how that feels in the body. We notice if there's any emotions or any thoughts that are attached to this place, this knowing place, that if we drop down just a little bit below the surface, the waters are still, the waters are calm, and it allows us to respond, not react. And as you're ready, noticing again the support of the body, noticing the weight of the hands wherever they might be, the sounds and the breath around you. And with that, I'll say namaste. Thank you. Be well. Be happy. Be peaceful and joyful, and know that you can drop down into those still waters if things get a little crazy. Thank you.